everybody, and on today's video we will be talking about one of, if not the strongest base titan in the Monsterverse, that being Jinsei Mushi, or also known as Muto Prime. The parent of the two Mutos we see within 2014. The Muto has a big track record of being stuff such as Godzilla Killer, which we do end up seeing in the comic, and while there's some elements of this titan not really known, due to the fact that some of the titans in the Monsterverse get a very large lack of information about them, she is estimated to be close to 355 feet, around the same size as Godzilla in 2014. Since in the comic she's about as tall as the Godzilla in the comic, they're about the same exact height, and in the comic it only takes place a few months after 2014. She's also estimated to be anywhere from 90,000 metric tons to possibly up to 110k metric tons. So in this comic we kind of get a little bit of a sense of her fighting style and stuff. There's multiple occasions where she's breaking nuclear subs and luring Godzilla out just to hit him and run. Yet a little bit later on in the comic we see her once go all out somewhat, and within two hits on two multiple occasions she's able to put Godzilla down. As we were discussing this, I've done some pretty heavy research into the monster and comic prior to doing this, and throughout the comic, for the most part, the comic opens up with her on one occasion destroying a nuclear sub, luring Godzilla out, hitting him and running, and easily able to outrun him. On the next occasion, she does it underwater, breaks one. He comes at her, attacks her from the side this time, unlike the first time where he attacked her from the front, and she knew it was coming. Second time, he comes out of nowhere and attacks her. She hits him once and escapes from him casually underwater. She outswims him. On land, the third time, she breaks a nuclear plant and lures him out, and on this occasion, he sneaks up behind her and shoots her with an atomic breath, and the breath does literally nothing to her. And on a fourth time, she's going to lure him in with decommissioned submarine-like reactors and stuff in a storage site. And although the humans kind of do some other stuff, he ends up coming in and attacking her from behind once again. Now, it is really interesting because I have seen a lot of people say that she's not as strong as you think she is, or she would have no reason to keep running or something. I would say it's pretty obvious that, especially after reading the back and stuff, she definitely had no issue being able to fight this Godzilla. She is a Godzilla killing machine. She easily killed Dagon, the one that ended up we see the skeleton of in 2014. I believe it's hinted at in the comic that she killed other Godzilla species members, and in the back of the comic it even implies that she indeed doesn't just kill Godzillas. She'll kill and put her eggs in anything that has uranium in its blood, any titans that have radioactive material in its blood. So Muto Prime is built for combat, and within this comic, we see her on two occasions get Godzilla out just to hit him and run. And it's not really ever explained, but on the third occasion, she easily crushes him within two hits. The best few things to do this, to really explain it, because there's some stuff that kind of contradicts stuff too, but it's likely because either A, Muto Prime's goal is to indeed weaken him up a little bit over time. Why would she need to if she can destroy him? Well, it's likely because she does not want to have to go all out on him at once. It would be kind of a waste of time to go all out, and whenever you think your opponent's down, he's dead. They do specifically state in the comic that she needs Godzilla alive, and they do imply she is suppressed and not giving it her all. She's just doing some stuff to kind of get Godzilla down, but also keep him alive. She can't have him dead. Unlike Godzilla, who's trying to kill her, and Godzilla can't do anything to her. Whenever we watch this comic too, so it's very likely that is the circumstance. She could also be doing it just to kind of taunt him and get him a little bit more riled up and make stupid choices. For example, he goes from straight up confronting her full on to sneak attacking her each time. He chooses not to face her forward anymore, and it definitely would show that if that was part of her strategy, it would work. Either way, it does show that she is very intelligent in combat and she knows how to slay her opponents. And again, like I said, it's likely because she did not want to go all out from the start, and I do not believe we ever see her go all out in the comic. We do see her put a little bit of effort in, but I mean, just the fact that she can put Godzilla down on 2 separate occasions in one hit, outswim him, get away from him multiple times, I mean, she's definitely a powerhouse in this comic. So, what kind of abilities does she have? Well, she's extremely powerful. She can casually walk and cause earthquakes. It is implied in the comic that she might have the strength to move tectonic plates. There is a quote from Emma Russell where she says that, I'm paraphrasing here, but the Muto Prime could cause an environmental and tectonic upheaving. And Sarazawa states that it's on a biblical scale. This could imply they do explain what she meant by environmental, and that would be that the Mutos, she would lay the eggs for the Mutos, and the Mutos would destroy the world, basically. But tectonic could indeed mean that it could potentially apply that she does have the strength to move tectonic plates. Like I said, she can walk and just cause earthquakes, or just dig and cause earthquakes. Plus, she can dig extremely fast through any sort of territory, way faster than something like Godzilla could catch her. It's extremely powerful. She's strong enough to have the ability to punch the ground so hard that it casually sends 90,000 tons flying through the air of Godzilla. We see her use it in their first full fight, where she punches the ground, just sends him flying, and is able to put him down temporarily. We also know she has a sonic screeching ability, which is able to casually shred right through Godzilla's dorsal plates. Since again, it does state that she does likely able to go after any Titan that has uranium in its blood in the back in the Muto Prime's Titan profile. It is completely possible that this shriek, since we only see it hit his dorsal plates, this shriek could possibly be used on other Titans to internally damage them, break bones. Like I said, it easily puts Godzilla down. It is completely possible that these do indeed, these are able to hurt Titans in many other ways. She just decides to focus it on his dorsal plates. So, with that, what do I think of Muto Prime? I definitely think Muto Prime is the strongest in the Monsterverse. It is explained that she indeed has to keep her opponents alive, so she has to hold back, which would be really interesting to see her become bloodlusted and fight to the death. We never really get to see her with the objective of killing. You only see her with the objective of temporarily putting down, not even knocking out per se. Both of the time she attacks Godzilla and almost tries to impregnate him, he's not even knocked out. He's just laying there. So she definitely just doesn't go for full-length fights and stuff. It's not that she couldn't. We see her put Godzilla down 2 hits easily and just shred him. We see that her claws easily shred right through his hide. He gets hit on multiple occasions and just starts bleeding like crazy. In fact, after their first full fight, it is mentioned that Muto Prime indeed hardly has any damage taken. She gets one scratch on her head. She got hit with atomic breath, and they state that she is nowhere near as badly damaged as Godzilla. She has hardly any damage on her, while Godzilla, they're worried that he was going to be dead the next time they fought, which likely implies that the reason Muto Prime even runs after the first full fight, is because if she kept going, she would kill him. We see him as a bloody mess and such, and a lot of these fights too also go to show her durability. The atomic breath does literally nothing to her. Godzilla's claws and stuff and pure strength, we see that does stuff such as rip Ghidorah apart easily. Does nothing to her. The only thing that can put her down is nuclear pulses that can send her flying through the air. And we know how powerful the legendary Godzilla's nuclear pulses are, turning King Ghidorah into just pure ash within a few of them. And these nuclear pulses are strong enough to send her flying in the air, destroy her armor a bit, and her rear part. That's not saying she's weak, that's just giving more feet power to the nuclear pulses. Then she was able to get her head stepped on whenever she was, whenever she was in her weakened state heavily, likely due to armor and stuff shattering with the nuclear pulse. Again, though, if I were to put her in a battle against something like King Ghidorah or something, my money would be on her if she was bloodlusted and out for a win. The feats and stuff she has in this comic, she easily walks all over Godzilla. Both of their full-length fights that they actually fight, she's able to put him down within 2 hits. 2 hits each time. And the only reason she loses is because human distraction. She was about to kill Godzilla. She definitely goes to show that she's very intelligent and doesn't want her opponent dead, and she fights them just to get them pregnant. And it's heavily explained in the comic that is the case too, within the Titan profile and some of the stuff when she runs, the fight the flights quotes and stuff. In a fight, if she was bloodlusted, Godzilla would have been dead probably at like the first hit. She has so much. We see all these ways that she could have killed him nearly immediately. After their first full battle, he was a bloody mess, and she had basically just a scratch on her. So I definitely think Jin Shin Mushi is the strongest in the Monsterverse, and could probably pretty decently easily, maybe medium difficulty at the most, beat legendary King Ghidorah, which I could make a video on if you guys would like. Again, it is extremely highly, it's even in the backstage that her armor is very powerful too. There's a lot of stuff about her, like I said. There's a quote that's a little bit contradictory, somewhat. Serizawa states that she's getting stronger during the comic, although nothing else really is to imply this. The only potential is maybe her destroying the plants to lure out Godzilla, which is explained what she's doing after and before. It is completely possible that's just a side effect, but it shows clear from that first encounter that she doesn't necessarily have any reason to get stronger. It could just be a side effect, or when they say stronger, it could have a different definition than what we understand. What do you guys think of Jin Shin Mushi, the Godzilla killer? She's personally one of my favorite Titans in the Monsterverse, and I think she's a little bit underrated. I really wish they'd make some merchandise of her. To me, she's easily the strongest base Titan in the Monsterverse, and could definitely basically kill almost anything else in the Monsterverse other than maybe burning Godzilla. If she's bloodlusted. Again, she's programmed to keep her opponents alive to impregnate them. But if theoretically she went all out, I definitely think she could with what we just see her do to all the other Titans, she would definitely give any of them a run for their money. But, once again, what do you guys think about all this? I hope I got all the big details I wanted to get out. Like I said, the comic makes it pretty clear, visually and descriptive wise, that holding back, she can kill Godzilla easily, and it definitely makes her out to be extremely powerful, and it takes a nuclear pulse mixture to kill her, like multiple nuclear pulses up the back are able to launch her. That's pretty impressive that it goes that far, since we know how powerful nuclear pulses were in King of the Monsters. But once again, what do you guys think about all this? Once again, I still think she's the strongest, and I hope I got all the points across well, and everything, all my talking points done. So I hope you guys enjoy. Everyone, have a great day. As always, peace out, and bye-bye.